Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 10. It is round 16, Sunday, the 14th of September, 2025. It's the second last home and away game round for the season, for Season 10. Match of the round 16 is Suns versus Collingwood at Metricon Stadium. So it is the Suns in second spot, Collingwood in first. So whoever wins that game will probably be... if Collingwood wins, they will be minor premiers for Season 10. But if the Gold Coast Suns win, then it could come down to the last round. All right, let's get stuck into the first game. It is Port Adelaide versus Geelong at Adelaide Oval. Let's go to the first quarter of this match. We've got Geelong in seventh, Port Adelaide in ninth. The siren has gone for the end of the first quarter, and Port Adelaide have kicked 6 goals to the Cats, 5 goals for. Let's go to the second quarter of this match. Port Adelaide need to win to make up make some positions up in the top 8. Siren has gone for half time, and Port Adelaide have kicked 6 goals, 5 to the Cats, 1-2. So it is Port Power by 37.79 to 42 at half time. Can they continue on? They've kicked 12 goals for the first half, Port Adelaide. Third quarter underway. Siren has gone for three-quarter time, and Geelong have kicked 4 goals to Port Adelaide 1-1. And it is 18 points the difference. Port Adelaide's way, 86 to 68. Let's go to the last quarter. Final siren has gone, and Port Adelaide have just scraped in by 2 points. They've won round 16 game, and Geelong have kicked just 4 goals, 6 in that last quarter to Port Adelaide 2-2. But in the end, Port Adelaide have got over the line by 2 points. All right, so that puts Port Adelaide in 6th spot. Geelong, they are hanging now on the top 8. Let's go to the Battle of the Bridge, Sydney Swans versus Giants at SCG. Let's go to the first quarter of this match. Swans need to win. Giants are second last. And the Giants have kicked 6 goals to Sydney, 2 goals 4 in that first quarter. Second quarter underway in this match. Can the Swans come back? The Swans have kicked 2 goals 4 in that second quarter to the Giants, 3-2. And at half time, the Giants are up by 26 points, 58 to 32. Second half is underway in this match. And the Giants have kicked 5 goals 6 to Sydney, 1 goal 4. And it is 52 points the difference to the Giants. This could well be a big upset. Let's go to the last quarter for this match. Battle of the Bridge, Giants will get a win against the Sydney Swans. Final siren has gone, and the Giants have won by 40 points. Sydney final score 9-15-69 to the Giants, 16-13-109. So that puts Giants with 5 wins for the season. That might avoid the wooden spoon. Brisbane versus Hawthorn at the Gabba. First quarter has completed, and the Brisbane Lions have kicked 6 goals 6 to Hawthorn, 3-5 in that first quarter. 19 points the difference to Brisbane. Second quarter underway in this match. Brisbane have kicked 5 goals 5 to Hawthorn, 4-2. And it is 28 points the difference at half time. Brisbane 11-11-77 to Hawthorn, 7-7-49. Third quarter underway in this match. Can Hawthorn come back? No. Brisbane have kicked 4 goals too after half time to Hawthorn 1-2. And Brisbane have got a handy lead of 46 points, 103 to 57. Last quarter underway in this match. Brisbane could be on top of the ladder after this game. And Brisbane, they've won by 16 points. Hawthorn in the last quarter have kicked 6-3 to Brisbane 1-3. So they just couldn't get the job done. Brisbane, second on the ladder, equal points with Collingwood at the moment. So Adelaide, Melbourne, next game against at Adelaide Oval. Let's go to the first quarter. Adelaide, they need to win to have any chance of making the top 8. Melbourne, they've kicked 5 to Adelaide 3-5 in that first quarter. So Melbourne are 2 goals up. Second quarter underway. Siren has gone for halftime, and Melbourne have kicked 5-3 to Adelaide 4-4. And it's Melbourne at halftime by 17 points, 68 to 51. Third quarter underway. Siren has gone for 3-quarter time, and Melbourne have kicked 6-6 to Adelaide 4-2. And that could well be the ball game for Adelaide Crows. Melbourne, final siren has gone. Melbourne have won by 42 points, and that puts Melbourne in third spot. Final scores: Adelaide 13-12-90 to Melbourne 19-18-132. Let's go to the next game. It's Fremantle versus North Melbourne. So Fremantle on the bottom. North Melbourne, they need to win to have any chance of making the top 8. Match of the round in round 17 is Melbourne versus Brisbane, MCG. North Melbourne have kicked 6-3 to Fremantle 1-6 in that first quarter. So North Melbourne are 27 points up. Second quarter underway in this match. Siren has gone for halftime. Fremantle have kicked 4-3 to North Melbourne 2-3, and it is 15 points of difference. North Melbourne's way 54 to 39. Third quarter underway in this match. And the siren has gone for 3-quarter time, and North Melbourne have kicked 6-1 to Fremantle 1-6. So that is 40 points North Melbourne's way. Third quarter was telling. That's got North Melbourne over the line. Siren has gone, and North Melbourne have won by 67 points. They kicked 5-5 to Fremantle 1-2 in that last quarter. So Fremantle looks like they will get the wooden spoon because there's only one game left, and their percentage is 20% behind GWS. Fremantle final score 7-17-59 to North Melbourne 19-12-126. So that puts North Melbourne in the top 8. All right, next game, St Kilda versus Carlton. 14th versus 15th at Marvel Stadium. First quarter underway. First quarter has completed, and Carlton have kicked 2-5 to St Kilda 1-5 in that first quarter. Second quarter underway in this match. Who is going to win? And St Kilda, they've kicked 6-5 to Carlton 2-1. So they put St Kilda at halftime 22 points up, 52 to 30. Third quarter underway. Siren has gone for 3-quarter time, and St Kilda have won the quarter 3-2 to Carlton 2-4. 3-quarter time, it is 26 points the difference St Kilda's way. Final siren has gone, and St Kilda have won by 48 points. So the final scores: St Kilda 14-18-102 to Carlton 7-12-54. So that puts Carlton third last, St Kilda 13th after winning the flag in season 9. Next game, Western Bulldogs versus West Coast Eagles at Marvel Stadium. This is a important match for both teams. West Coast, they've kicked 1-6 to Western Bulldogs 1-1 in that first quarter. West Coast, they are 5 points up. Second quarter underway in this game. Close. Western Bulldogs, they've kicked 3-5 to West Coast Eagles 3-4. And is West Coast Eagles by 4 points, 34-30. Third quarter underway. Siren has gone for three-quarter time, and Eagles have kicked 6-1 to the Bulldogs 3-4. And it is 19 points the difference to the West Coast Eagles, 71-52. Last quarter's underway. Final siren has gone, and West Coast Eagles have won by 38 points. Final scores: West Coast 15-16, 106 to Western Bulldogs 9-14, 68. Essendon versus Richmond at Marvel Stadium. This is another important match for Essendon. They need to win to have any chance of top 4. So Essendon, they've kicked 2-5 in that first quarter, 17-5-1, 31 to Richmond. So it is 14 points the difference. Richmond's way. Second quarter underway. Second quarter. Siren has gone for half-time, and Essendon have kicked 5-4 to Richmond 1-2. And at half-time, Essendon are winning by 51 points. Essendon are 51 to Richmond 39. So Essendon are winning by 12 points at halftime, 51-39. Third quarter underway in this match. Essendon are in the box seats. They need to have a good third quarter. And Essendon have kicked 4-3 to Richmond, 2-6. Three-quarter time, it is 21 points the difference to Essendon, 78-57. Last quarter underway in this match, Essendon versus Richmond at Marvel Stadium. Final siren's gone, and Essendon have won by 41 points. Essendon final score 15-18, 108 to Richmond 9-13, 67. So that puts Essendon on top of the ladder. Let's go to the last game of the round. It's match of the round. It's Gold Coast Suns versus Collingwood. So Gold Coast, they've got a chance. If they do win, they will go into the top 4. Gold Coast first quarter 6-2 to Collingwood 4-1. So Gold Coast are 13 points up, 38-25. Second quarter underway. And second quarter has Gold Coast kicking 6-1 to Collingwood 6-5. And it is 9 points the difference at halftime. Gold Coast 75 to Collingwood 66. Second half underway. 2 more quarters to complete round 16. Siren has gone for three-quarter time, and it's Collingwood. They've kicked 6-3 after half-time to Gold Coast 1-5. So that puts Collingwood 19 points up, 105-86. Last quarter underway in this match. Can the Gold Coast Suns come back or Collingwood win? Siren has gone, and Collingwood have won by 42 points. They kicked 12 goals in that second half to 3 goals. So Gold Coast in that last quarter kicked 2-2 to Collingwood, 6-1. So that puts Collingwood winners by 42 points. Final scores: Gold Coast 15-10, 100 to Collingwood 22-10, 142. So that puts Gold Coast in 7th spot. And Collingwood back on top, a game clear. So we've got Collingwood on top with 44 points. Then we've got Essendon and Brisbane second and third on 40 points. West Coast Eagles in the top 4 on 38 with that draw. And then the 4 remaining teams, Melbourne, North Melbourne, Gold Coast, and Port Adelaide in the 8. And then we've got Fremantle on the bottom of the ladder. And I think Fremantle have probably won the wooden spoon. So match of the round for round 17 is Melbourne versus Brisbane at the MCG. Brisbane's got a biggest winning streak of 2 with Essendon and St Kilda. And the Cats are the #1 offense team and Melbourne's the #1 defense team. And Collingwood's in the box seat for the minor premiership. So that concludes round 16. We'll see you next time for round 17, Tuesday, the 16th of September, 2025.